It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bucks and the Birds coming up next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the pass?
Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
He'll buy, and right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense.
Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft. Fiery competitive.
They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard.
They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up.
What we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15.
And up a new set of downs.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. Thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second Coughlin now to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The scrimmage, absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before throwing is Hurts. Here's Hurts to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
Right. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football today. In this case, they didn't get a first down. But if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. 7. Mayfield now. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton. 63 yards. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if on 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's to scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Fighting to stay upright as we head toward halftime. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackles. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up.
Just like that one we saw there.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No.
A secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports
This was an extremely one-sided first
Coach.
half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams making their...
We welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bucs offense set to be possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
53 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On the draw, here's White. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly in our second-half blowout material. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. Touchdown! Chris Godwin. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 28 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
As that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they...
That it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obvious.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Taken at the 37. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, this off.
You and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring. But as compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the draw, it's White. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is White on the screen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And that doesn't play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Eagles nothing.
The touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out.
Brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, We've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 40. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back to throw again. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of not the other, but still a decent gain. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while.
Hey, you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen. But and they will take a knee here. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.